Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another segment of the Rundown right here on Murrieta TV. I'm your host, Major Williams, where we talk about all things Murrieta and surrounding areas. As always, we like to begin our segments with a word of prayer, not only something that's going to carry you throughout the day, but a word and a prayer that's going to last with you the entire week. So today's prayer is from Justin. So thank you so much for today's prayer submission. Father, bless our community with wisdom, unity, and growth. May hope guide our leaders and prosperity fill our streets. Amen. Thank you so much for that, Justin. We appreciate it. So in today's local government news and policy updates, the latest council meeting, July 15th, included city approval of Tot Lot Phase 1 improvements, new playgrounds at Palomar, Oak Terrace, Monte Vista, and North Star Parks. The project was completed and bonds will be released. If you want to know more about that information, go to the city website. Public hearings continue for the I-215 Keller Road interchange, environmental assessment, impact, congestion, and future development. So be sure to go and look into that as well if that's something that interests you. Updated user fee schedule effective July 1st, which includes annual increases tied to CPI, now capped at 4.3% or 5%, affecting permits, recreation, and homeowner services. If you would like to know more about that, as always, direct your comments to the City of Murrieta website. In regards to city and economic development news, the city reports a strong June. Multiple businesses had ribbon cuttings, expanded outreach, a regional collaboration. Murrieta Business Post is continuing to thrive. New affordable housing projects like Kingston and Viscar Terrace near completion, easing local housing demands. When it comes to the housing demand and the development that's happening here in Murrieta, I've heard it from both sides. There are people that have been here for many, many years that are indebted to the deep, rich history of what Murrieta is, but it's also a point where what Murrieta is going to become. Growth is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Our biggest thing is for our leaders locally to do it respectfully and in a way where it isn't too much overage. But I believe that it's a great thing. And let me explain to you why. The more housing that's available here for the residents that are here, it attracts more opportunities for economic growth. If there's economic growth, that means that businesses, manufacturers, or even companies are now considering bringing their companies and their dollars and their tax revenue to the city of Murrieta, which in turn is a byproduct of making us all better because there's more revenue for things like road, for things like landscaping, and for things that we need to be taken care of here in Murrieta with the expansion. It also, one of the greatest benefits of it is having local jobs, local opportunities, because there is a great percentage of local, residents here in Murrieta that are traveling to San Diego, that are traveling to LA, that are traveling to Irvine and all these different places. And that increases wear and tear on your vehicle, which means more auto repairs. It means more spending money out of your budget for gas and other things that come along with that, food out on the road, getting the gut from eating bad, not being able to be at home. So I think overall it's going to be a good thing. Change is always a little difficult, but I think it's ultimately going to be a good thing for the city of Murrieta and all the residents here as well. So um, kudos to the council members for making those decisions. Even though I know it was tough, I know it was hard. We want to preserve as much as we can when it comes to our amazing city here in Murrieta. But change is inevitable, and we just have to evolve and adapt and grow and just enjoy what we can pull from it, which is economic growth and more job opportunities. And businesses really seeing that it's attractive to come here because not only will they have a great economic foundation and a city council behind them, they would have, opportunities for housing for manufacturing and companies that move out here as well, which entices, employees that want to come work for them because they have housing available for them. When it comes to the local crime update here in Murrieta, listen, I've talked about this many different times. I think the last 2 or 3 episodes, it is imperative that we keep an eye out for our community, keep an eye out for your house when it comes to porch pirates. It is very annoying getting things stolen from you, specifically from your front porch. The safety and security of your front porch should be a sacred place, but these porch pirates don't see it that way. As always, if you see something, I would prefer you not to approach any individual that's doing a criminal act. I would say take a picture. If you see a license plate, take a picture and share that with local law enforcement so they can in turn deal with that. And hopefully, with enough arrests and enough attention being put on this, we'll be able to mitigate some of these crimes that are happening locally in our area. When it comes to DUIs, there has been, conversations around that. Guys, make sure if you're going out, having a good time, you're going on date night, make sure to be responsible. Take a Lyft, take a Uber, take a car service, or have a designated driver, because there are 2 points in this. One of them is that we want you to go out and have a good time, but we want you to make it back home to your loved ones and your family. The second part of it is if you are driving under the influence and you're being reckless, you could actually injure or kill someone else on the road, so they can't make it home back to their family and their loved ones. And that's a lose-lose for everyone. So truly be mindful of that. In regards to traffic here in Murrieta, Murrieta is expanding. There's construction that's going on. Things are changing, but I will say two things that I've noticed is that some people don't understand the purpose of a stop sign. If you come to a stop sign, my community, stop at the stop sign. 3 seconds, look left and right, then proceed. It's not roll up and still be rolling, look and still roll past it, right? That's a crime, and that could potentially get you hurt or someone else, or one of our police officers may see you, and then that's an unnecessary ticket and money out of your pocket, which who needs that burden, right? So pay attention at the stop signs, actually stop, then move forward, guys. And that's just a helpful tip from me to you to save money and keep that money in your wallet. In regards to how people are driving in Murrieta, that's been a conversation that's happening. And for some reason, there's been an uptick in people complaining about our big truck drivers. Now, when we say big truck drivers, that could be my neighbor, that could be my other neighbor, that can be my friend, that could be my coworker. Like, everyone has a big truck in Murrieta, so I don't think this is universal, but there has been somewhat, bullying on the road when it comes to big trucks not using signal lights or just aggressively speeding in our community. So if you are a part of that small cluster that's doing those things, chill out. We have families, we have kids playing in the streets, and it's just not safe for you or for others that are on the road. But other than that, salute to all the big truck drivers out there. I'm with you, right? But please be safe. And community events and summer highlights, don't miss the summer concerts in the park. If you haven't had opportunity to go and be a part of them, make sure to grab your blanket, grab a chair, invite family members and friends, and make sure you participate in the next one and enjoy some tunes. And another great local event is coming up. It's called Splash Bash for kids. It's only $1. That's going to be over at California Oaks Pool. That's August the 2nd. So it's going to be hot. Get the kids together and go enjoy yourself and be a part of that as well. Vendor spots are open for Murrieta Market nights, Thursday evenings. So if you're someone who has a brand, candles, anything that you want to display and let the community know that you exist, I think it's a great launch pad for you to go out there and connect with the actual community, talk about your service, talk about your product, and just really get engaged in the actual community. So shout out to Murrieta Market Nights for just creating an amazing platform, not only for vendors, but for independent local vendors as well. So thank you guys so much for doing such a tremendous job with that. The local weather forecast, today is 89 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be 94 degrees. The day after that, on Wednesday, it's going to be 95 degrees. Then it starts to go down a little bit. Thursday, 93. Friday, 91, if you can call that going down. Saturday, 92, and Sunday, 90. So we basically have all 90s and up all week. So that means sunscreen. That means staying hydrated. That means beach time, enjoying yourself, and just really go out and absorb this amazing weather that we're having right now. Affordable summer getaways. As I mentioned last time, Lake Skinner is an amazing one. It's about $25 a night to be able to go on fishing and trail access you have. So if you're into fishing and hiking, that's a great thing. As far as hiking in general, the Temperance Flat off of Otega Highway is a great getaway. It's scenic, a lot of great routes, and it's also free. Or you can relax at Diamond Valley Lake. They have kiosks, they have kayaks and bikes rentals under $20 daily. So if you want to go create some great memories and doing that, that is available for you as well. Um, as always, I like to do a book of the week. I pride myself on building up my public library and not for looks. I actually like to read the books, study the books, take notes, and execute them in real life. This particular book is by John C. Maxwell. It's called How Successful People Think. During these times that we're living in, sometimes people are going through struggles. And my suggestion is to find ways that's going to uplift and inspire you. Sometimes that's learning a new skill set. Sometimes it's learning a new strategy or information, or just being inspired by other people's story while on their journey. And hopefully you see yourself within them and you're like, you know what? I'm not the only person that was going through something similar to what I'm going through. And if they got through it, you know what? I can get through it. And that's what I wish for anyone that's struggling or just in need of expanding their knowledge. John C. Maxwell, How Successful People Think, is a really great book. So make sure to add that to your collection. Now, one of the most important parts of this conversation that I love is it's about health and wellness. And if you are successful, if you're working every single day, what is the point of doing all that you do, protecting and providing for your family, if you're not tapped into your health and your wellness? The importance of stretching, the importance of meditating, the importance of working out and creating a routine. Sometimes people think that when you say work out, that means that you have to have a gym membership and you have to take time to drive and get ready and do everything. No, sometimes this is something you can do in your living room. It can be on your patio in the backyard. It can be on the front porch. It can be wherever you are. It can be 100 push-ups a day. You do 25 4 times a day. Break it down to a science so you can complete it. Don't go macro, go micro, so you can have small victories and small wins and start to feel better about yourself, and work on your habits in regards to your diet, the things that you're eating, and just make that transformation. But it's time to make that commitment, not in 2026 for a New Year's resolution. I would say let's start that resolution right now, focusing on our health and our wellness, because we not only want to be around for our kids, we want to be around for our grandkids and hopefully our great grandkids. All right. So health and wellness, tap into that, Murrieta. As far as our teens, we hope you had a great summer. Hopefully you guys were able to get jobs and just become a part of the workforce. Hope you saved, hope you invest a little bit, but I wish you well as you get ready to prepare for possibly your first year in college or an opportunity that awaits for you. Or if you're lucky enough to be able to travel the world for the first year and see the world and learn and have different experiences. But nothing but high praise for you guys and many blessings and prayers for your next chapter in life, okay? And as always, as far as all of our sponsors and advertisers and people who just simply pray and just wish us well here at Murrieta TV, I greatly appreciate it. This is a hyper local, independent media company that is, you know, dead set on activating us through informative information, being a go-to place where you can hear about things that are coming up, things in the past, things that you want to do. But I always say that, it's more so about your voice. It's not about me being here talking to you, being a talking head. It's more so about your voice. So all the advertisers and sponsors out there, thank you so much for supporting us early and seeing the potential of this network and this platform. I greatly appreciate it. For all of my residents out there, remember, grab your phone, turn it around in selfie mode, and start talking about your local stories and submit them to Murrieta TV. Your voices matter, your stories matter, and I want to hear them, and I'm sure so many others in your community want to hear them as well. It doesn't matter if it's a small story or a big story. Just start sharing your story. If you want to know how, follow us on Murrieta TV on Instagram or just send us a DM and we'll give you the whole format. Typically, it's under a minute or 2 minutes. It just depends on the story, and we will post it right here on the rundown, in addition to our social media as well. But your voice is powerful, your voice is needed, and your voice is necessary. So submit those stories, let us know. And if you don't want to be on camera, still submit the story and I can talk about it on your behalf. So our community is connected and informed. And that's the most important aspect of what we represent here at Murrieta TV. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for continuing to watch Murrieta TV, continuing to share Murrieta TV. If you're someone who wants to advertise and wants to sponsor, feel free to send me an email directly at ourmurrietatv@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at Murrieta TV. This has been another great segment and episode here on Murrieta TV, The Rundown. I'm your host, Major Williams, and see you guys next time. Take care.